here, but the wind has been picking up because of this storm.
Right, no impacts here, but it is going to be breezy today because we're on the back side of this, and that's the extent of what we'll see here. Nothing to worry about for us, but this is going to be a potentially catastrophic and devastating storm for the Florida Big Bend, even the west coast of Florida, because it's so large and it's so powerful. You can see on our satellite here the eye becoming well defined. Category 2 strength now, winds at 105 miles per hour. It's still expected to strengthen to a major hurricane Category 3 by the time it makes landfall this evening in Florida's Big Bend, just south of Tallahassee, right on the coast. Tallahassee, not on the coastline, of course, inland by about 20 or 30 miles or so, but it is going to be a devastating storm, of course, for the Big Bend of Florida with those powerful winds and heavy rain and the storm surge particularly. And it's going to be moving quickly, so Georgia will be seeing those impacts going into the overnight through early tomorrow, even tropical storm force winds possible just south of Atlanta going into early tomorrow, and then it will dissipate in the Tennessee Valley by early this weekend. Again, tropical storm warnings in effect for almost the entire state of Florida. Hurricane watch for Tampa Bay, hurricane warnings for the Big Bend and South Georgia. Those hurricane warnings extend all the way up to about north central Georgia. So it is going to be a significant storm for a good portion of the southeast, all of Georgia, the rest of it, and all of South Carolina in tropical storm warnings. Parts of North Carolina, the inland mountainous regions, Asheville, tropical storm warnings in effect. So since it will be going by so quickly and getting absorbed by an upper low, the wind and the rain will spread across Georgia and the Carolinas going into late tonight and through the early part of tomorrow. Here's a look at that storm surge potential. Again, anywhere from 15 to 20 feet of storm surge possible for the Big Bend of Florida down to Cedar Key, so Taylor County, Wakulla County, Florida. And then even for Tampa Bay, 5 to 8 feet of surge possible. Fort Myers down to Key West, maybe 3 to 5 feet of that surge. So there's big surge impacts, also big wind impacts for the Big Bend and South Georgia. 110 plus mile per hour wind speeds possible as conditions really go downhill the rest of today into tonight. And then again, those strong winds extending into Georgia along I-75, anywhere from 75 to 110 mile per hour winds possible late tonight through early Friday for Georgia, and then even into Atlanta, seeing those gusty winds and heavy rain. Really, the flooding rain is going to be concentrated not only for the Big Bend and South Georgia, but even parts of the Tennessee Valley. So the southern Appalachians, the mountainous regions, can be dealing with quite a bit of flooding, especially, considering the higher terrain, maybe some landslides, some mudslides because of all of the copious amount of rain expected from Helene as it darts inland. They could see maybe up to 8 to 12 inches plus of rain in the Tennessee Valley, the mountainous parts of North Carolina and Tennessee. But even, parts of the southeast, anywhere from 6 to 8 plus inches of rain expected in a few spots. So it is going to be a big flooding problem, a big wind problem, plus isolated tornadoes possible going into today through early tomorrow, especially for the coast of South Carolina and the Georgia coast. That's where the risk of tornadoes is highest, but really anywhere you can get those quick spin up tropical tornadoes. So that's something they'll be watching throughout the course of today through early tomorrow. I did want to mention elsewhere out in the tropics, not only do we have Helene, but Isaac actually formed. Tropical storm Isaac is in the northern Atlantic basin, but it's going to move eastward and bring no impacts to any land areas. One more area of investigation out in the main development region. This looks like it will be staying out in the open Atlantic as well.